my giant ecosystem. It's doing really good. The grass has grown crazy. Like there's my hand compared to just the tops of it. Spreads all over the top. Some has even tried to grow out of the container. Down here, there's a bunch of cattails. And in the water, it's full of these little creatures. Plenty of grass. The grass has got so much, some of it has fallen over, it's gotten so big. Though I don't know what this plant is. This is it compared to my hand. It's kind of strange, but it's just been growing all along the side here. And a little bit starting in the middle. And this whole place is covered in these white dots because I've just added clover seed, which that clover seed will grow into clover and put more nutrients such as nitrogen back into the soil, since they work with nitrogen bacteria. That will give them nutrients for giving it nitrogen. Nitrogen fixing bacteria, they're called. This right here is seed pods for the rubber plant. It's pretty tall. It started to die, but it also got really big, and it's been in here for a couple of months. Since before these grass took over, I was worried that it was going to take up this whole tank since I planted it before the grass was everywhere. There was also one right here, which it died, but not before it produced enough seeds to get one to sprout down here somewhere. Though, this plant right here looks like a type of morning glory. It's a little small compared to the other ones, but the ones we have grown, vine didn't grow so big. It came out here, it stretched around the entire ecosystem. Though the end of it died, but it also grew new sprouts over here. It's right there is an entire clump of flowers. I haven't seen the cricket, but when I added a huge amount of water, just because it was so dry, just a week ago, this was way higher, about right here compared to what it is now. So it's gone way down, but then the crickets were jumping around. There's two in here, a male and a female. What I think is crazy is I put a male in here. I put 3 in there. It was 1 male and 2 females. The 2 females left. I saw them leave, but the 1 male stayed. And a week later, I heard him chirping in here. And then I saw a couple days later a female hopping on the grass. So I was able to attract a female. And down under there, right there, is a tomato plant. It's starting to go there because I put a tomato for all the creatures in here, such as the roly-polies. I've added a few springtails, but there's also this red beetle that's in the small one here that I haven't taken all the creatures out yet. So I'm leaving it there, trying to catch more of the red beetles, and I've been moving it into here. And I hope they start a good population since they were going crazy in the other one. Since they just randomly appeared one day, and now there's over a dozen I've caught out of there and put in here. And this is a new inhabitant. And there he goes. I've seen him in here a few times. There's a burrowing beetle. I had a couple in here when I first created it, but I haven't seen them since then. And I don't think I got them in any other video. But then I added a few more, which they have started a population in here, which that's good. This is where I add all the creatures. Right at the ground, and then it goes down into the water, which is extremely low since it used to be right here, which would be right there. That's over an inch difference. And I've actually seen ground woodpeckers come inside here because I was looking at it, I Googled it, and it said ground woodpecker, they can fly, but instead of pecking the trees for it, they're related to normal woodpeckers, but this one has evolved off of them to dig in the ground. So they came in here looking for insects. Which didn't just take out insects, it helped the ecosystem by giving it cleaner soil by them digging the soil up, looking for the insects, making it softer. Since it's already really soft from how much water is in here, keeping it moist, and the burrowing bugs, like the burrowing beetles, pretty much almost everything in here can burrow. Even the crickets can. The forest floor. Some dead plants, bunch of seeds, as all the light dots, as you probably can see from the clover. The white dots are seeds that most likely won't sprout, though there's a chance that they will. But if you see any red ones or reddish ones, they are most likely going to sprout. This is a thin layer of water and some sand and everything underneath. And right there is a woolly-poly. He's probably seeing me and was like, "What is that?" Oh, look, it's a whole colony of them. 2 different species, a flat one and which can't roll up in a ball but uses its armor against the ground for protection. And some ones that roll into a ball, like see, look at the scales on the side to keep it on the ground for if like an ant or something tries to get them, it can just stay on the ground. Or the other ones roll up into a ball, which prevents them from moving. And right there is a springtail. I've added a few, and I think they have taken off. Since when I had the spiders a few months ago in here, they went extinct because the babies they had hunted them all to extinction. There's some more roly-polies. So yeah, in the undergrowth here, there's a huge amount of roly-polies. And luckily earlier, I was able to catch the burrowing beetles since they rarely come to the surface. Usually just to find some extra food or when it gets darker out. Right now, the sun is starting to set, so that's why I saw it, but then I scared it. Though it'll be out later. There should be 4 in here, at least. Along with another smaller beetle, not as small as the red ones, but it's about a quarter of the size of the burrowing beetle. And that beetle is also a burrower. And it's even harder to find since when they do come out a lot, low, the odds of seeing them are way less. And there's a cricket. As you can see, some of the undergrowth here. It's pretty thick, which means it's growing really well. Though in the corner over there's a hole. Well, it has come off the back because it kind of split off when a flood came. And, well, right now there's a bunch of roly-polies, like that little baby one. Which that actually right there is a type of roly-poly known as the woodlouse. Though when the water gets really high, especially when it's not hot out or after it has rained, the creatures fill up that, underwater creatures, such as Daffia. And there it's moving now. Though that's probably a descendant because I put 4 or 5 of those in there. And I only put one small one, but it was bigger than that right there. And there's another even smaller one in the distance where it's heading. Though sadly, the apex predator, the centipede, died. Yeah, sadly it died because it got really hot and it died in the water. I found something cool about tomato skin. Though this may look like plastic or rubber, it's actually dried up old tomato skin where the insides are eaten out. And the only way that this will be disintegrated is if an animal eats it. Like a fish or a roly-poly. But the problem is, they usually only eat it when there's other tomato on it. Some more of the undergrowth. And earlier in the video, just want to say if that cricket did look dead, it wasn't because when I moved the camera out, it started jumping away. Because right over here, I looked down to see I moved some of the grass out the way, and then it jumped away. So I think it was sleeping, and since I didn't bump into it, it didn't realize I was here. yeah, duckweed has grown like crazy. But the crazy thing is that the grass seeds keep on falling in here, and some I push off into the water from like this one right here so the seeds don't fall out into there. Which, despite all these seeds, these are from today, and this whole area at one point was just all seeds, and I think the daffodil and other creatures have been eating the seeds that fall to the surface. Maybe even some of the roly-polies come down. And this is actually how dark the undergrowth is. Bye, everybody!